explain the creation of Soviet Union and its background history after World War II. The history of Soviet Russia and the Soviet Union, USSR, reflects a period of change for both Russia and the world. Though the terms Soviet Russia and Soviet Union often are synonymous in everyday speech, either acknowledging the dominance of Russia over the Soviet Union or referring to Russia during the era of the Soviet Union. When referring to the foundations of the Soviet Union, Soviet Russia often specifically refers to brief period between the October Revolution of 1917 and the creation of the Soviet Union in 1922. Before 1922, there were 4 independent Soviet republics: the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic, Ukrainian Soviet Socialist Republic, Belarusian SSR, and Transcaucasian SFSR. These 4 became the first Union republics of the Soviet Union and was later joined by the Bukharin People's Soviet Republic and Kherezm People's Soviet Republic in 1924. During and immediately after World War II, various Soviet republics annexed portions of countries in Eastern Europe, and the Russian SFSR annexed the Tuvan People's Republic, and from the Empire of Japan took South Sakhalin and the Kuril Islands. The USSR also annexed 3 countries on the Baltic Sea wholesale, creating the Lithuanian SSR, Latvian SSR, and Estonian SSR. Over time, national delimitation in the Soviet Union resulted in the creation of several new Union-level republics along ethnic lines, as well as organization of autonomous ethnic regions within Russia. The USSR gained and lost influence with other communist countries over time. The occupying Soviet army facilitated the establishment of post-World War II communist satellite states in Central and Eastern Europe. These were organized into the Warsaw Pact and included the People's Socialist Republic of Albania, People's Republic of Bulgaria, Czechoslovak Socialist Republic, East Germany, Hungarian People's Republic, Polish People's Republic, and Socialist Republic of Romania. The 1960s saw the Soviet-Albanian split, Sino-Soviet split, and desatellization of communist Romania, the 1968 Warsaw Pact. Invasion of Czechoslovakia fractured the communist movement. The revolutions of 1989 ended communist rule in satellite countries. Tensions with the central government led to constituent republics declaring independence. Starting in 1988, leading to the complete dissolution of the Soviet Union by 1991. Establishment during 1917 to 1927. The original philosophy of the state was primarily based on the works of Karl Marx and
Friedrich Engels.
In its essence, Marx's theory stated that economic and political systems went through an inevitable evolution in form by which the current capitalist system would be replaced by a socialist state. Displeased by the relatively few changes made by the Tsar after the Russian Revolution of 1905, Russia became a hotbed of anarchism, socialism, and other radical political systems. The dominant socialist party, the Russian Social Democratic Labor Party, RSDLP, subscribed to Marxist ideology. Starting in 1903, a series of splits in the party between 2 main leaders was escalating: the Bolsheviks, meaning majority, led by Vladimir Lenin, and the Mensheviks, meaning minority, led by Julius Martov. Up until 1912, both groups continued to stay united under the name RSDLP, but significant differences between Lenin and Martov thought split the party for its final time. Not only did these groups fight with each other, but also had common enemies, notably those trying to bring the Tsar back to power. Following the February Revolution of 1917, the Russian Provisional Government, established by liberal, conservative, and socialist politicians, shared power with the Petrograd Soviet, which was controlled by the Mensheviks and socialist revolutionaries. 1. This regime of dual power lasted only a few months until the Bolsheviks took power in the October Revolution, also known as the Great October Socialist Revolution. Membership of the Bolshevik Party had risen from 24,000 members in February 1917 to 200,000 members by September 1917. 3. Lenin's government also instituted a number of progressive measures such as universal education, universal health care, and equal rights for women. Under the control of the party, all politics and attitudes that were not strictly RCP, Russian Communist Party, were suppressed under the premise that the RCP represented the proletariat and all activities contrary to the party's beliefs were counter-revolutionary or anti-socialist. During the years of 1917 to 1924, the Soviet Union achieved peace with the Central Powers, their enemies in World War I, but also fought the Russian Civil War against the White Army and foreign armies from the United States, United Kingdom, and France, among others. This resulted in large territorial changes, albeit temporarily for some of these. Eventually crushing all opponents, the RCP spread Soviet-style rule quickly and established itself through all of Russia. Following Lenin's death in 1924, Joseph Stalin, General Secretary of the RCP, became Lenin's successor and continued as leader of the Soviet Union into the 1950s.